I'm just gonna keep this whole hand. Yep. So we have 1 into 2 into coin 3 into 4. So they didn't play a 1-drop and they played guidance on 2, which leads me to believe they're less likely to be the dragon deck, the Prestor deck, and more likely to actually play this one here. Actually, I probably should have played this because if we're going to be... Yeah, I should have played the Amalgam here because it gets me a thing in my hand. Yep. It's going to be discounted when I play the Forgeborn. So I think that was actually a mistake. It's obviously a pretty minor one, but it could matter. One of the weird things we could also... Okay. Like, we can also theoretically save Forgeborn, since this looks like... I think I am going to do this way. Yeah. We're going to take this. I'm going to freeze this. Like, my opponent's deck appears to be Celestial Alignment. So I want to save Granite Forgeborn until after they play Alignment, if I can, and then I'm just able to Forgeborn into all of my elementals. Also, part of why I took the biggest one. Like, we already have a really strong tempo up to that. They just... These are definitely happening. Yeah, I'm just attacking with everything. They can't afford to alignment into, like, innervate alignment because they just get beat up. So it's a safe turn to play an overload spell. If they just, like, trade into this, play scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's obviously not great for me, but it's not a disaster. Okay. I mean, they're at 4, and yeah, if they do, like, alignment attack, make a mana, I can play Forgeborn into every elemental, because they all cost 0. Like, they could have, you know, alignment into... Okay, they're just dead. We didn't, like, it didn't end up coming up, but I actually really like that Forgeborn plan, you know? Setting up for being able to, you know, take over using my mana cheat after their mana cheat, and run them over with it. But also, I think, importantly, that game showcased, like, why a deck, you know, like this, with the aggressive elemental opening, can be, you know, more powerful than, like, a more sort of control-oriented deck, because you can actually put pressure on stuff like alignment. Most important thing against, assuming this is... Oh my god, this hand's so bad. Assuming this is Mech Paladin, which is the most common version that I've seen. Oh, the Kindling is such a good draw. My draw was so bad until I drew this Kindling Elemental. They're obviously actually a rogue. Still good to have turn 2 Kindling. I'm just beating them up. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So I'm going to Sleep Breaker. Freeze this guy. Trade this guy. Play this guy. So I can command into Snowfall, into Glug as my next 3 turns, theoretically. Which is what we're going to do. This here at least. I don't really want to Snowfall my guy. Like, we're just going to play this. This actually gives me more options now, too. I'll take Fire Elemental. We're on the beat you up plan. Okay, so it gives them... Yep. I'm 1 damage off lethal with Fire Elemental. They could... Scabs. Uh-huh.
You can't always trust what you see.
It's really good into that. Also just damage. I think it's a rogue. I think you might be right. The 1/2 would be frozen. I don't want the 1/2 frozen. Because the damage matters. I could have played this first, and then had this guy be slightly bigger, but I think I'd rather have the second attacker, because it's more likely that they kill that guy. If they don't kill that guy, they just die, so... Eh. Other than... I guess theoretically they could... No. Boom! There we go. Also, similarly, on the beat you up plan. Tempo, tempo, tempo. I'm not, like, a designer. Like, just, you know, completely change the way that this looks.
I see you brought guests.
Pelican, no. Taunt. Unlucky. Not having a 2-drop there was very sad. Another rush minion. Another Pelican. Hey look, there's an Amalgam that I could have played last turn.
Nature waits for no one but me.
The Seed Lord be its own treasure.
Okay, at least they're playing the composting. When they still have mostly... Ah, okay. That's the best draw on my deck that turn, so... That's good. Like, playing the composting when they, you know, still have normal cards in their deck is generally okay for me.
You gotta be scrappy with scraps.
Yep. There's the... This is my current least favorite card in Standard, by the way. her.
Show these
Yep.
mortals your true form.
Uh-huh.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Uh-huh. What they got? Okay. Hmm. Okay. I mean, they'd already played the aquatic form, so they didn't get to cast it for free. The Calicos is only your first spell, and they'd already cast their first spell. They already cast a spell, so they do not get a free spell off this Calicos either. And there we go. But again, like these sort of games where it's just like I didn't have a particularly good draw this game, right? Like they had all my stuff cleared in the early turns, but being able to put pressure on them is the way you beat that deck. Like a lot of people are like, oh, it's not possible to beat all the dragons and stuff. It's like you don't have to beat all the dragons. You have to beat the dragons that they have a chance to play before they're dead, and you need to make them dead quickly. So.